repeated next class and all, you understand
ओके,
what
इनबाउंड
is the
कैसे चलता
server,
है, फिर
why do we
उसमें
need and everything.
डोर
I'm just giving
डिटर्मिनेशन
an
कैसे होता
overall
है,
view
राइट,
of the
फिर हम
what
गुड
server
रिसीव
is.
कैसे
In
करते
instant
हैं,
development server,
फिर
we want
पार्शियल
to do
गुड
as a
रिसीव कैसे
consultant, we
करना है,
want to do the
कॉन्टिन्यूस चेंज
configuration
कैसे करना है,
for the
फिर सिस्टम बिन डिटरमिन
for
कैसे
whatever
करेगी
configuration
डिपेंडिंग
you are
ऑन
supposed to do, we can do that.
डिफरेंट फैक्टर,
Okay, based
लाइक
on the
बिन के
business
डायमेंशन
requirement.
वगैरह हो गया,
And
मटेरियल
next
का
is
वेट हो
quality
गया, फिर
server.
उसको
What
पैकेजिंग
happens?
कैसे किया
Whatever you've
जाता
done
है
the configuration
उस मटेरियल
and
को,
everything,
ये एंड
that
देन
you go
ये
to
जो है
test in the
POC LOC है, दिस
development.
इज
Once the
आल्सो कॉल्ड
testing is
कॉम्प्लेक्स
done,
मोटर
you're
वेट.
satisfied, but whatever the
ओके, मतलब
configuration done, it is working fine. What
फॉर
you have to do,
एग्जांपल
you have to
200
move
POC
that
मतलब
from there
अगर एक
to the
बेसिकली एक
quality
मटेरियल
server.
है, एक
Okay,
बॉक्स, एक
and
पैलेट के ऊपर
another
बहुत सारे
user,
मटेरियल है, 10
before
मटेरियल है
he
फॉर
could
एग्जांपल,
really,
और उनको
what
वो
is that,
अलग अलग
real
बिन में
time you
रखने
want
हैं,
to start entering,
ओके, तो
before
उसके
that,
लिए हमें
they
क्या
can give
करना
you, ask
पड़ेगा,
them to
ऑब्वियसली
test
मतलब
the
सेग्रीगेशन करना
process
पड़ेगा,
you applied in the
राइट, तो वो हम
particular
देखेंगे कि
SAP.
सेग्रीगेशन कैसे
So
करते हैं,
what he does, he
राइट.
start testing
देन
each and
विल
every
मूव
scenarios
आउटबाउंड.
as per
सो
requirement.
आउटबाउंड में
Check
सबसे सिंपल
whether
सिनेरियो है कि
purchase when
मटेरियल पिक
procurement
कैसे करेगी
entered,
सिस्टम,
I wanted some discount
ऑन
to
द
be
बेसिस ऑफ
given, I
व्हाट,
wanted some
राइट,
derivative to be given.
तो वो हम
Okay,
चेक
my
करेंगे,
PO should be like this, my
राइट.
printout should be like
देन
this,
ये
I
जो
want the
तीन
report
प्रोसेस
like this.
कॉम्प्लेक्स जो
So
है, मतलब ये
all
जो
the things
कॉम्प्लेक्स
he'll be
मोटा जो
keeping in
है,
mind and he'll
वी कैन
start
आल्सो से
checking it
लाइक
at all.
मतलब
So
ये हर
once
एक
he
वेयरहाउस में
checks
कॉमन है,
everything's fine
तो
with
ये
that,
हम
he says sign
EWM
off,
इसमें भी
everything's
देखेंगे
fine.
आउटबाउंड में वो
Then
कैसे
that
किए
is
जाते
moved
हैं,
to the production server.
ओके.
This is a main server from
फिर
where the users start
WCR
doing the
इज लाइक
real
वेयरहाउस
time
ऑर्डर
entering
क्रिएशन
the
रूल.
system.
मतलब अभी कैसे
Okay.
रहता है, कुछ
As a
हर एक
consultant, what
कंपनी
we will
में
be doing, we will
4
be
क्लिप
first
रहते हैं, राइट, बट
doing the
हर एक की
configuration,
कैपेसिटी अलग अलग
we
रहती
will
है,
be doing
तो
the
हम उसको डायरेक्टली
unit
10
test
प्रोडक्ट
from the
असाइन नहीं कर
customer.
सकते, राइट,
Okay,
10
our
मटीरियल.
business team, and afterwards
सो फ्रॉम दिस
we'll
वी
move
कैन
that one
कंट्रोल
into production so
कि
that
कैसे करना है और
the
क्या,
end user start using the, I mean,
ओके.
day-to-day
देन
transaction in the SAP.
एक
This
वेरी
is about
इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक दैट इज
SAP
RF,
this one.
दैट
And
इज द
let us
स्कैनर,
talk about the
ओके.
what
तो
is
वो
ECC
स्कैनिंग
and what
कैसे
is
किया
HANA.
जाता है, राइट,
Okay,
RF
because
वेयरहाउस
ECC is the
में
old
कैसे
SAP, I mean,
हम सब
SAP
प्रोसेस कैसे कर
version
सकते हैं RF के
which
साथ,
was
वो
used,
हम चेक
and
करेंगे.
the thing
देन
is,
विल मूव
once
एडवांस.
it was
एडवांस प्रोसेस में सबसे
becoming
इंपॉर्टेंट है कि
heavier
आपको
and it
प्रिंट
was
आउट कैसे
taking consuming too much
करने
of
हैं,
space, and they were not able to manage
ओके.
the
मतलब अगर एक
volume of
डॉक्यूमेंट
data.
अभी वेयरहाउस
Because
में इज वेरी
I mean,
कॉमन
small
दैट
companies and
कुछ
all, like it will be
प्रिंट आउट
easy.
कुछ निकालना है,
Okay, when you talk
तो
about
वो
the
हम
big
देखेंगे कि
companies
कैसे
like your
करते हैं.
Tata or your Reliance and everything,
फिर क्रॉस डॉकिंग
volume
हो
will be
गया,
huge,
मतलब
so they'll not be able
मटेरियल
to manage
व्हेन वी
everything.
रिसीव,
That's
सो वी
why
डायरेक्टली
they
मूव टू
came
द
up with
आउटबाउंड
the
ड्यू टू
database
सम,
called
मतलब वो
HANA.
स्टोर नहीं करते
HANA is
मटेरियल,
nothing but a database.
ओके, वो हम देखेंगे. फिर रिप्लेनिशमेंट मतलब रीफिलिंग जो होती है,
Okay, it has the
मतलब एक बफर एरिया रहता है और एक हमारे पास रिजो एरिया रहता है, तो बफर में हम स्टोर सम मिनिमम क्वांटिटी,
I mean, what do you call that?
तो वहाँ से हम
In
बेसिकली
memory.
मतलब जैसे मटेरियल जो पिकिंग होगा वो बफर से
So
होगा
what happened?
टाइम
It
सेव
makes
करने के लिए,
the system
और
to
जैसे उसमें स्टॉक कुछ कम हो
access
जाएगा, देन
faster
विल
and the
विल डू
system will be
रिफिलिंग,
faster when you start doing the entering
वो
the.
देखेंगे.
I
फिर
mean, like when you
फिजिकल
start
इन्वेंटरी
doing the
जो
transaction.
जैसा नेम ही है,
Okay,
लाइक स्टॉक
and
हमें चेक
I
करना ही,
mean,
राइट,
as
वो
for
हर एक सिस्टम में
HANA,
हम करते ही है,
okay, you can see the difference. ECC
राइट, तो वो
start
हम
with
देखेंगे.
except okay,
फिर
stand for
वेव मैनेजमेंट, सो वेव मैनेजमेंट
central
बेसिकली कैसे,
component. Okay, ERP central
अगर आप
component.
लेट्स से अमेज़न
It
से
is
कुछ परचेस करना चाहते हो, तो वहाँ पे आपने एक
ECC is a
लाइन देखी
modular
होगी,
in
लाइक इफ
design,
यू
which
प्लेस
makes
ऑर्डर
it
लेट्स से
highly
टुमारो, सॉरी
customizable.
बिफोर
You
9
can
o'clock,
configure
देन
the ECC to
you will
suit your
receive
needs for
टुडे
all
और
the
डे आफ्टर
areas of your
टुमारो,
business,
समथिंग लाइक दैट,
from finance to HR
राइट.
to logic
तो
or
वो हम
plus.
देखेंगे, दैट इज
Okay,
नथिंग बट
logistic or plus.
वेव मैनेजमेंट,
ECC works
मतलब
for
एक
the
उसमें
third
टाइम
party
फ्रेम का
custom
ये रहता
or
है,
customer
तो उसी हिसाब से वो
means
ये किया
custom
जाता है, प्रोसेस सब की
application. When you
जाती
say
है
custom
वेयरहाउस में.
application, like for example, like
सो दैट विल चेक.
in your organization
देन
we have a vendor management
एक्सेप्शन
separate I
हैंडलिंग.
mean software will be there
एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग
application.
मतलब कैसा होता है कि लाइक
Okay, some
एक
company what they say, no, I want that one to be
बीन
linked to the
एक
SAP.
प्रोसेस है, उसमें सिस्टम ने
Okay,
बोला है कि
SAP
आपको मटेरियल इस
has the
बीन में रखना है
facility to
या यहाँ पे रखना है,
I mean
बट वो बीन
accommodate
फिजिकली अवेलेबल
those
है
type
नहीं,
of integration. But
ड्यू टू सम रीजन.
what they call it is integration between a
तो अभी
third
उसको फिर
party and SAP.
बाईपास तो नहीं, बट चेंज कैसे कर सकते
Okay,
हैं, तो एसएपी
and
में
it
ऐसा नहीं
has
हम
the
डायरेक्टली
even
चेंज कर सकते,
what
उसको
do you
हमें
call
प्रॉपर रीजनिंग या उसमें भी
uh,
ऑथराइजेशन टाइप एक कंसेप्ट रहती है,
business
वो हम
messaging
देखेंगे
app.
कि
When you
कैसे
say
किया
business
जाता है.
messaging app, your laptop,
ओके,
mobile and
देन
everything where you can message, and
दो
even
सबसे
SAP allow
इम्पोर्टेंट
you to
इंटीग्रेशन
mail to
केवीएम
the
और पीपी के साथ.
customer
केवीएम
directly.
मतलब क्वालिटी
Okay,
मैनेजमेंट,
SAP only
ओके,
I can
सो
mail to the
मतलब
customer
एक
or vendor
मटेरियल है, उसका
who it
क्वालिटी
is,
करना है हमें,
what is the
ओके,
due, what is
तो
the payment
वो
to be
मटेरियल
done,
हमें
what
हैंड
is
ओवर
there,
करना
what
है, तो
is
हम
not
ऐसे
there. You
डायरेक्टली
can
हैंड ओवर नहीं
communicate
कर
with them.
सकते एसीपी में,
So you can
क्योंकि उसका एक डॉक्यूमेंट होता है,
configure
दैट
the
इज है, that
those
is
things
called
you can see.
inspection lot.
Okay.
तो वो lot कैसे
Okay.
create होगा,
I mean,
depending on
ECC
result,
has many
वो हम
interaction
warehouse के
between the
अंदर लेंगे,
components.
मतलब
When you say component, like it is
okay bin
your
में रखेंगे या block bin में
scanner.
रखेंगे, वो हम check
Okay.
करेंगे.
And you
Okay.
heard of the
Then we
bot?
have PP, production planning.
You heard of anytime
So
bot?
production planning मतलब
Bot is
अगर
nothing
warehouse
else.
is also
It is
responsible to
a
provide material to shop floor,
like it
तो
is
उस
a kind
case
of
में
a
with
you. I mean,
reference of production order हम
what
कैसे
happen?
करेंगे
What
वो
happen?
हम
It'll
देखेंगे.
if you
ठीक
train
है.
that, what happen, it will
फिर हो गया SD
capture
and
the
MM, और ये
information
दोनों ब्रैकेट में है.
about,
So
I
SD
mean, like
मतलब
what is
सेल्स
the
एंड
step by
डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन,
step. For
MM
example,
मतलब मटेरियल
if we
मैनेजमेंट,
are doing
मतलब
the
परचेस और
like
सेल.
goods
So
receipt,
without
for
these two
example.
model we
So
cannot
what
do
we
anything
do
in
when we do
EWM
the
simply.
goods, it is I start
EWM
entering
मतलब
the
ये इन दोनों के
vendor
नेक्स्ट पार्ट आप
or
बोल सकते हो,
purchase
नेक्स्ट
order
स्टेप.
number,
Okay.
and when
तो
I
ये
enter
बाय
the purchase
डिफॉल्ट तो
number, I'll
होगा ही
get the
होगा.
vendor name also. Then
और इस
enter
सब
what is the
प्रोसेस में
product
ये
name.
तो हाई लेवल
When I
पे
enter the
डिस्कस
product
यहाँ
name,
पे
I'll enter
मेंशन है.
what is the quantity
हर
I
एक में
received.
छोटे छोटे प्रोसेस भी
Okay,
है,
and what is the unit
Okay.
of
सब
measurement,
पार्ट
and
भी है.
what is
तो
the
ये हम
value.
सब डिस्कस
Okay,
करेंगे.
everything what we do,
अच्छा,
we
ये
do
पूरा फ्लो
manually
होगा ना?
enter it. Suppose
यस यस.
if
Okay,
it is volume is too much, for example, in a
फ्लो
day you
मतलब
do
ऐसा
around
जरूरी नहीं कि
200,
लाइक यू नो
300
कि फर्स्ट
entries.
पीपीएफ
So
देखे
how
फिर
long it
क्रॉस
will
डॉक,
take?
तो
Take
इसका ये
lot of
थोड़ा सा
time
ऊपर
and it
नीचे
consumes
हो
too much of
सकता है.
time and
okay,
manpower
okay, okay.
also.
क्योंकि उसका डिपेंडेंसी
So
ऐसा कुछ है
reduce
नहीं.
this
बट
one. What
ऑब्वियसली
happens? This bot will
ये जो प्रोसेस है यहाँ
come
इस
into picture
स्लाइड
where
के ऊपर,
I
जी.
can
ये हम डायरेक्टली कवर नहीं कर सकते. उसके
like
लिए
tell the
ये
I
मैंडेटरी
mean
है
tell the
या इसका
Okay,
बेस
bot to
है,
okay.
आप
do
ऐसा
the
बोल
action.
सकते
Like
हो.
you
Mm-hmm.
क्योंकि
I can
क्रॉस
tell
डॉकिंग में
you
आपका इनबाउंड
enter
आउटबाउंड
the
दोनों
vendor
ट्रिगर
name,
होगा,
you enter the PO
रिप्लेनिश में
number,
आपका
you
आउटबाउंड
enter
पूरा
the
ट्रिगर
this
होगा.
one. It will capture
सेम विथ
everything.
वेव मैनेजमेंट.
Afterwards,
तो
once
सबसे
it's
पहले
done,
हमें ये
I'll
प्रोसेस
program
कंप्लीट
such a
करना
way that
पड़ेगा, उसके
each
बाद
and
ही
every
हम
time
यहाँ पे आ
whenever
सकते हैं.
you get the
Okay, okay.
raw file from the this one,
सो या
whatever the user.
एनी
What happens?
क्वेश्चन?
Which user can
नहीं
upload the
नहीं,
raw
अभी
file?
तो ठीक है.
System what happen? It will capture that one
ओके.
and it will start doing the action on its own.
तो इसका जो
Otherwise, another thing is
मतलब
if
पूरा
you have a
प्रैक्टिकल वाला पार्ट
PDF file
रहेगा,
of your
वो
vendor
इसी में कवर
invoice,
करेंगे या उसके
so
लिए कुछ
it
हम
can
आप हमें
read the
प्रोवाइड कराएंगे?
entire information
हाँ,
about
सर्वर तो आपको
what do you call
दिया जाएगा ना, सर्वर तो
Okay,
आपको मिलेगा.
invoice, and that
okay.
one it will translate into the SAP
और एक
own
क्वेश्चन मेरा ये
language,
भी है,
and
जैसे
afterwards
अभी
it will
मैं स्कूल ईआरपी पे हूँ,
update, do the transaction on its own. So here the user
तो स्कूल ईआरपी
interaction
पे
is
जैसे
nothing,
मुझे
is
मूव
not there
करना
at
है
all. So
एसएपी में,
system only do everything. That is
कितना
nothing but
मतलब
your
फिजिबल है ये?
components. Okay, we'll come into picture that. Okay.
ऐसा तो कुछ ऐसा डिफिकल्ट तो नहीं है. ओके.
And afterwards,
तो
HANA.
बेसिकली आप
HANA is nothing but newest
वी हैव टू बी
generation
बिट
of
स्मार्ट. स्मार्ट इन द
ERP
सेंस आपका
software.
जो
It works
एक्सपीरियंस है
on
तो हम दिखा नहीं
on-premises
सकते,
and
राइट?
in the cloud.
या
When I say
आपका जो पुराना
on-premises,
ERP है
like
तो
you know,
उसको हम ईडब्ल्यूएम
as
में
of
दिखा
now you are
देंगे.
working in your
बट हाँ, वो
present
कैसे
company
दिखाना,
where
दैट इज
the
ऑल्सो एन
software that
इम्पोर्टेंट
is
थिंग,
an on-premise
राइट?
only,
स्ट्रेट
where you
फॉरवर्ड तो
have a
दिखा नहीं
server.
सकते.
Okay, and
तो
you
वो भी
access
हम
from
डिस्कस
that
करेंगे
server only,
कि कैसे
same
दिखा
building.
सकते हो,
Okay, you
तो कैसे
access that and
दिखाना है,
start
उसमें
working on
कितना
that one.
एक्सपीरियंस
When
दिखाना
I say
है,
cloud,
लाइक दैट.
okay, the server is not at your premises. It will be
Okay.
somewhere else. Like you can say Amazon, you got AWS is there, and another like software
तो ऐसे
provider, I
छोटी
mean
छोटी
like your
मतलब
what do you call
इम्पोर्टेंट चीजें दैट
the
विल
space
सी.
providers. Okay,
Okay, okay.
so those people, I mean, you put the install software over there. From there, you can access that.
एनी अदर
Okay,
क्वेश्चन?
I mean that is your what is that cloud one. So,
Okay,
and you
then
can
like
access to anywhere from
if you
anywhere.
are
Like say, for example,
all doubt
you
are
don't have to go to
clear
the
कुछ है
your
नहीं,
office,
then
sit
maybe we
and
can
do the
close.
entries. You
हाँ
can
नहीं,
sit
अभी तो
at
इसमें
home and
कुछ नहीं,
start
क्योंकि
working
अभी
on
तो
that one.
मेरे लिए तो
It's
पूरा
nothing but
मतलब
your
स्टार्टिंग ही
I
है.
mean cloud one.
तो
Yes.
Okay, so
तो जैसे
this
जैसे
is
आगे
the
चलेंगे वो
entire I mean
तभी आएगा
scenario
क्वेश्चन
about
तो.
SAP
Yes, अभी एक
and as well as
एग्जांपल
the
आपको
HANA
देना
and
चाहूंगा
its
कि हम
difference
प्रोसेस
between
कैसे
HANA and
डिस्कस
SAP.
करते हैं.
जी जी.
Okay,
ओके,
so
अभी
when
POC
we
प्रोसेस है. प्रोसेस
I
इसका
mean
जो
when we
नाम
go to
मतलब
next
डिस्क्रिप्शन है,
class,
दैट इज
what we'll do, we'll tell I
प्रोसेस
mean we'll
ओरिएंटेड
discuss
स्टोरेज
about
कंट्रोल.
the other
ओके.
information like
सो जैसे
how
मैंने बताया कि एक मटेरियल आएगा,
like
उसको
we should start
सेग्रीगेट
from
करना है, राइट?
what do you call what is
बट
the
अभी उसके एग्जांपल वाइज अगर मैं
project,
देना चाहूँ, मतलब
what
जो
are the
आपको बोल रहा
things
हूँ
you
कि
should
मैं
be doing in the
फर्स्ट विल
project.
डिस्कस
Okay,
इजी
and how
लैंग्वेज
you're
में.
going to handle the
तो इसका
project,
एक
and
सिंपल
when you're going
एग्जांपल
to
है डे टू डे
complete the
लाइफ में.
project, so what
अभी
are
तो
the
थोड़ा सा कम हो
this
गया है,
entire thing will
बट
come.
बिफोर कोविड
There
एवरी
we'll
इंडियन
discuss
वी यूज्ड टू
about
विजिट
the
दी मार्ट,
MM
रिलायंस,
fully.
राइट?
Okay,
और हम
before
क्या
you
करने
could
के
learn
वी
this one, you should
वी
understand
पैक
even the
एवरीथिंग इन वन
process
बैग,
also.
राइट? जैसे
Yeah,
फिर हम
tell
घर
me.
पे आने के हम क्या करने के सेग्रीगेट करने के, राइट? डाइनिंग टेबल के ऊपर.
You want to say something?
अभी क्यों करने के? बिकॉज
Sorry?
इट इज
You wanted to
मतलब
say
वो हर
something?
एक इसमें लेके जाना और वो
No,
वहां पे
sir.
मेटल रखना, ये
Yeah.
नेक्स्ट इम्पॉसिबल था,
Okay.
राइट?
हाँ जी, हाँ
Now,
जी, हाँ जी.
तो हम
so you
सेग्रीगेट
can
करते
see
हैं. सेम वे
S/4HANA can
देयर वाज मे बी
analyze
इफ
a
यू
large
हैव
amount of data in
लाइक
real
अलग अलग
time.
मटेरियल है एक
You will
इसमें
also
पैक है, तो
enjoy
ऑब्वियसली
the
हम
features
पैलेट
like
पूरे एरिया
personalized
वेयरहाउस में
insights,
घुमा नहीं सकते, राइट?
integrated
उसका टाइम
processes.
वेस्ट बहुत होगा.
Integrated
हाँ
process
जी, हाँ जी,
nothing
इसलिए
but
हम वो सेग्रीगेट करेंगे.
you're going to
यस
integrate
एग्जैक्टली.
like all
तो
the
ऐसे हम इजी
third-party
लैंग्वेज में
software
उसको
into
डिस्कस
one place.
करेंगे.
Okay, that
ओके,
one.
ओके.
क्योंकि
And
फर्स्ट
security,
ये है कि आपको
cyber
अगर प्रोसेस
security.
समझ में आ गया
So
ना,
it will not allow you to,
अगर आप
when
उस
third
सिनेरियो
party
क्रिएट
person
कर
or
पाओगे
anybody outside
आपके लैंग्वेज में,
cannot
इट्स नॉट
access
नेसेसरी
your
कि वेयरहाउस
data.
के ही
It
लैंग्वेज
is
में करना
totally
है,
secured with that one.
क्योंकि इम्पोर्टेंट है कि वो प्रोसेस जो है उसका जो कोर
Okay,
जो है
and
कंसेप्ट
HANA comes
वो
with
अगर
the
समझ में आ गया ना तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट
uh,
तो ऐसा कुछ है नहीं, इट्स नॉट अ बिग
SAP
टास्क
HANA
बेसिकली।
private cloud.
Okay.
Okay, that is nothing but I'm a company, I'm a business.
Okay.
What I do, I want a separate, what is it, space,
तो जितने
and
भी ये
cloud
पॉइंट्स हैं
space for
इनको
me
हम
only.
मतलब
Okay, I
प्रैक्टिकली
don't
भी
want to
देखेंगे
share
और
with anybody.
यस यस
वो
एग्जैक्टली,
That
सारा
one.
वो
Second one is
देखेंगे।
public cloud.
और
Public
एवरी
cloud is
सिंगल
something like
प्रोसेस
the
फर्स्ट,
common
जैसे अभी
place.
ने आपको पीओसी का
Data
एग्जांपल
will
दिया,
your server will be there.
राइट, अभी
In that
देखिए
one,
आपका बैकग्राउंड
then
हे भी ने आपको
you will
मतलब
be
कैच हो
shared
गया
with
राइट,
like
बिकॉज
a apartment.
जो हमने
When it's
डिस्कस किया इजी
apartment, you
लैंग्वेज
will have
में।
a
हाँ जी, हाँ जी,
multiple
हाँ जी।
tenants will be there. Okay,
then
they'll
we'll do मतलब अभी ये होने के बाद the next configuration. Configuration में भी same again reason
Hello.
कैसा होगा क्या होगा, right? ऐसा ही क्यों
Sir, your
meeting होगा.
voice is not
During that
visible.
also we'll also discuss the interview
Not
question
audible.
कि इसमें इंटरव्यू में क्या पूछा जा सकता है और आपको आंसर कैसे करना है, क्योंकि
हाँ
क्वेश्चन
वही
इज
था।
फाइन, राइट,
हाँ जी,
आंसर भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो उस केस में
Sir,
इनिशियल
are you
फेज
able
में
to
मैं
hear my
आपको आंसर
voice?
बताऊंगा, राइट. फिर जैसे आउटबाउंड हम स्टार्ट करेंगे ना, सो आई विल स्टार्ट आस्किंग क्वेश्चन. उस टाइम
ओके
मैं आंसर नहीं दूंगा बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली नहीं, मुझे आंसर भी मतलब सुनने को कैसे कैसे आंसर देते हैं, राइट.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
इफ नेसेसरी देन आई विल मतलब उसको थोड़ा सा मैं इम्प्रूव करूंगा या बताऊंगा, कुछ टिप्स बताऊंगा कि आपको ऐसा नहीं ऐसा बताना है.
ओके, ओके।
तो लाइक दैट. ओके,
ओके।
होप यू एंजॉय द सेशन.
हाँ, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। मतलब एक मेरा क्वेश्चन और है, जैसे अभी क्योंकि मैं स्कूल ईआरपी से और इधर मूव करने के पूरे
Yeah.
क्या होता है ना, सो एवरीवन मूव टू दी बेसिकली व्हाट यू कैन से एमएम एंड एसडी, राइट.
ओके।
मार्केट में बहुत कॉमन है. एमएम एसडी में प्रॉब्लम क्या है ना, लाइक रिक्वायरमेंट वाइज वहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट है, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं है, मतलब डिमांड है बट सप्लाई बहुत ज़्यादा है. ओके, मतलब अगर किसी कंपनी को 10 रिसोर्स चाहिए, 10 तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए, बट अगर चाहिए भी तो उनको 1000 रिसोर्स मिल जाएंगे इजीली विदाउट डूइंग
जी, जी
एनीथिंग.
ना।
ईडब्ल्यूएम में सिंपली अपोजिट, 10 अगर किसी कंपनी में जाए तो वो कंपनी तो मर ही जाएगी, मतलब एचआर लोग उनके, क्योंकि
हाँ
मिलेंगे
जी,
नहीं फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
क्योंकि इसमें डिमांड है बट सप्लाई बहुत कम है.
ओके।
इट्स अ गुड टाइम बेसिकली.
This present, I didn't know that. Got
तो ठीक है
disconnected.
मतलब ये
Sorry
ना।
for that. Sorry.
यस यस.
तो वही मैं
Because
प्लान कर
sorry
रहा
for
था
that.
कि बहुत टाइम हो गया ना मुझे स्कूल यार पे.
Hello.
मैं पहले एंड टाइम में था तो वहाँ पे
Can you guys hear
इम्प्लीमेंटेशन
me?
का मैं था पूरा. बट
ओके
हुआ क्या कि अभी मैं
Yes, sir.
लोटस वैली इंटरनेशनल स्कूल है सेक्टर 126 नोएडा में.
ओके.
अगर आप नोएडा में, आप
I
नोएडा से
didn't
ही
know
हैं?
that it got
नहीं
disconnected.
नहीं, आई एम फ्रॉम मुंबई.
Let me share.
ओके,
Okay.
ओके, मुंबई के नोएडा में. तो उस स्कूल में अभी मैं ईआरपी कोऑर्डिनेटर अपॉइंट हूँ 2018 से. उससे पहले मैं जिस कंपनी का सॉफ्टवेयर यहाँ चलता है उसी कंपनी में इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इंजीनियर था. हाँ,
ओके.
तो अभी तो मैं कोऑर्डिनेशन में ही हूँ. तो
Okay.
सारे मॉड्यूल जितने भी स्कूल
Now
ईआरपी
we
के
have
रिलेटेड हैं
planned
वो
to
सारे मैं ही हैंडल
produce.
करता हूँ.
ओके.
उसमें फी भी है,
Plan to
मतलब
produce
अकाउंट्स
nothing
भी
but
है,
your
एग्जामिनेशन भी है,
what is that?
सारा.
गॉट इट.
बट वही ना, स्कूल ईआरपी में
Production
एक्चुअली
planning.
फ्यूचर नहीं है, क्योंकि एक टाइम पहले
के
स्कूल्स वाले
बाद
आपको पता ही है ज़्यादा देते नहीं है. अगर मुंबई और बेंगलोर की भी बात करूंगा मैं,
And record to
तो
report it
मैक्सिमम टू
according
मैक्सिमम
to
10 लाख का पैकेज,
the finance
इससे
department.
ऊपर.
ओके.
And we say recruit to
ओके.
retain. This is
इसलिए मैं सोच
CRM.
रहा था
This
कि
is
मूव
what
करने
a
के लिए ना.
new terminology used in
यस
SAP.
यस. ओके.
So you should be aware
या
of it.
ये
Okay.
अच्छा ऑप्शन है
So what
बेसिकली.
happened? We'll start.
तो
अच्छा ऑप्शन है, ठीक
I
है.
mean, just checking out what are
बाकी का
the.
मैं डिस्कस
I
करता हूँ.
mean,
ठीक है, चलेगा.
हाँ, तो जो अभी ये जो कंटिन्यू
the stuff
बैचेस
we
चल
want
रहे
to
हैं,
like.
तो
I
अभी
mean,
8 o'clock जो
points we
चल रहा है
want to
इवनिंग में,
learn
हाँ
in
8:30.
MM.
यस.
That is
8:30.
your
हाँ,
detail
तो
management.
उसमें ज्वाइन हो सकता है ना मेरा, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी
यस
मेरा एक
यस.
फ्रेंड उसी में कर रहा है ना, सुमित.
Or you can say
हाँ
proceed to
कुछ
pay.
प्रॉब्लम. ओके, आपका दोस्त है क्या वो?
हाँ, वो रुकी नहीं तो मुझे
वो
एक्चुअली
आपको तो
ज्वाइन की.
यस, आपको तो मतलब आप सुमित को पूछ
Okay, tell
सकते
me
हो,
one thing.
आप
हाँ,
Before
कैसे
ठीक
that,
डिस्कस करते हैं प्रोसेस
okay,
या
I
कैसे.
जी,
start
बिल्कुल,
with this
बिल्कुल.
one. Please let me know
ठीक है.
तो
whatever
या
you
कुछ
बाय बाय.
learned.
प्रॉब्लम
Have
नहीं
you
है.
got
हाँ,
anything
ज़्यादा
and
कुछ
you
ज़्यादा
are able
क्लासेस
to
हुए
understand
नहीं
what
है
is being
ओके.
explained
मतलब
to you?
4 या कुछ तो हुए, 3-4 ही हो गए, तो आप
Till
इजीली
now?
कवर कर पाओगे.
Yes, till now.
इवन दो अगर आपको कुछ डाउट है, मे बी वी कैन कनेक्ट ऑन वीकेंड,
Yeah,
राइट,
okay.
ओके,
टू
ओके,
जस्ट कवर टू सम
या,
ऑफ दोस
Have
पॉइंट.
you got anything?
ओके,
Have
ओके,
you understood what SAP
ओके
is,
सर,
on why it has been used,
ओके.
and everything?
ओके, थैंक यू.
Yeah, SAP is used in ERP and
जी, थैंक यू सर. हाँ, हाँ, मैं मॉर्निंग में इंजीनियर से कनेक्ट करके और हाँ, कंटिन्यू तो इसी बैच में करूँगा मैं एक्चुअली ना. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, बिल्कुल, मैं मॉर्निंग में बात करके और करा लेता हूँ. जी, ओके, थैंक यू वेरी.
Okay. Now, why I explained you about SAP means because when you start doing this one, you should be aware of these things. Okay, but then only we should be aware of it. Then only we'll be able to get into the real, like what is it, your configuration and other entire project and everything, we can understand that. So this material are procured to pay or material management. Tell me, what do you understand? Like roughly, what do you mean by the procure to pay?
Procure to pay is used to procure some material. That one I know, sir.
Actually, I'll tell you what actually. When I say
Okay.
procure to pay, it is the starting and ending of the entire process. Okay.
Okay, I know, sir. Let me tell you.
So it is like when you want to procure, what you do, you go for inquiry. Correct, no?
Yeah.
You go to inquiry. When you go to the inquiry, you just get the inquiry from the vendor. Then afterwards, what do you do? Sorry, yeah. Okay, inquiry. Then what do you do? Next, you ask for the quotation from the vendor. Quotation. Correct. Once you get the quotation, next what you do? Sorry, my spelling going wrong. Sorry. Okay, quotation. Then afterwards, what do you do? I go to raise a purchase order to the vendor. Correct, na?
Purchase request.
Purchase request, or okay, purchase request. You can, the quotation comes. No, then purchase request will come before that only, right?
Yeah.
Inquiry and purchase request. Okay, then what happened? You do vendor evaluation.
Quotation.
You do the vendor evaluation, correct? Because
Yeah.
you're not going to buy from the only one particular vendor. If the same product, it has been like you're going to get a quotation from the vendor, a request, purchase request from the vendor, saying that please let me know what is your rate for the particular product. Suppose, for example, you take any tools. So you'll have to ask them what is the rate. So you'll have multiple vendors with different rates. So whichever is lesser or higher for you, or which will beneficial for you, only that vendor only you're going to select it. Correct, no? For
Yeah.
that vendor only
Yeah.
you're going to create the purchase order. So then afterwards you
Yeah.
raise the purchase order. Once you raise the purchase order, okay, and while doing the purchase order, what you do, you will have the terms and condition with the vendor, saying that I'll give you the order. What is the what period you're going to take to complete like when you're going to deliver the goods to me, correct, na? That one. And what is the terms in cash and what is the terms of payment? Okay, I should be doing it to you. Okay, and then the thing is, what is the rebate or discount you're going to give to me? Okay, then afterwards, what do you ask him? Or you're going to ask him about if you don't like deliver within the stipulated time, so what action I'll be taking against you? Correct? No. And another thing is, suppose I ask order for 100 quantity, but you send me only 80 quantity only. What it should do for 20 quantity? So these are the things which I can get into. I mean, in this particular procure to pay, everything will come into picture. Okay. So we decide on once that is decided, then we do go for a purchase order. Okay, one purchase order is created, and you will wait for the vendor to supply the goods to you. Okay, once the goods is come, so how do you do that one? So SAP, I can refer to the purchase order which is sent to the customer or your vendor rather, and again that purchase order I can receive the goods in the system when it comes to my warehouse. Okay, I just verify with this invoice and is a PO. The PO I would have given 100 quantity, but how much he is given to me, like delivered to me, I need to check that one. Suppose you given 100, no issue. Okay, correct, na? Suppose like that is your what you call goods receipt. Here also, if it is 100 quantities received, what happened? Out of that, I need to check, quality check I should do. Correct, na? Whether all the thing is like perfect or not. Suppose some will be defective or something will be wrong. then I should return that one back to the vendor. Okay, so this goods receipt is done. Once goods receipt is done, excuse me, just give me a minute. What do I do next is I'll just verify the vendor's invoice. Okay, once I verify the vendor's invoice, okay, and next step will be I want to pay the vendor amount back to him. Okay, na? So here what I will do, okay, suppose if there is any shortage in the quantity or anything, what I'll do, I should give him a debit note, because the quantity is, I received the quantity is lesser, so I should pay him. I should get the money from him. Or what I'll do, I reduce the amount when I'm paying the when I'm clearing the invoice to that that vendor. Okay, these are the main things. Okay, and this is the process of your what do you call your procure to pay. Okay, na? Then here, yeah, you got it. Okay.
Yes,
When I talk about inquiry, what happened inquiry? You will come when vendor. Vendor will come into picture. For this, we have a master for that. I have to maintain the master for the vendor. Okay. In S4 HANA, we call it as a business partner. Business partner. Business partner here in HANA, it is like earlier ECC, what was there? There was a separate, entity for your vendor as well as the customer. Okay, there is separate. Access or what do you call your application? We call it as a transaction code. Transaction code separate for vendor and customer. So when HANA come into picture, what they did, they clubbed everything only one only. I can consider vendor as a business partner, even customer as a business partner, employee of the company also as a business partner, even government agency also as a business partner. Okay, and your own company, when you do intercompany sales, okay, that also you can consider the company as your business partner only. So that's what the business partner come into picture. And when talk about this one, along with this one, what happened? We'll have to, anyway, when you do the inquiry, you should have even the product also, right? What product you wanted. So product. Material master here. Correct, na? Because I have a product, I'll name each and every material. For example, you take a car. Car has so many parts. Doors, okay, like your bonnet or your, what the back you have, no dicky or your wheel, okay, our engine, everything has a each and every this one that I need to number it as a, or SAP I'll call you as a item number. Each and everything is item for the SAP. So what I do, I just give a number over there, and it has all information about the particular this one. When I say talk about the car, I just create a material as a car. So when you go inside, it will tell you which car, what is the model, okay, what is the engine number, okay, and how many tires it has, how many like what do you call that steering it has, how many windows it has, doors it has. So everything it will give it to you. That's nothing but your material master. Material master is something like it has all the information about a particular material or item. Okay. And here when we talk about this one, we get, I mean, other things come into picture. That is here, finance will come into picture here, not here. When it comes to goods receipts, here finance will come into picture. And we need to do integration between SD, MM, and FI and PP also, and the production planning also. Why I'll tell you, because production planning, when I talk about, it is nothing but you produce based on the some speculation. Maybe like when you get the orders from the customer, what is the order you got it? Based on that, you can produce that. Okay. Another thing is, you know how much produce, how much to produce a particular product. So that also I can do. So they call it as MRP. Okay, material resource planning. Okay, that is this one. And here also we get it. And MM also I'll cover that one when come to that particular point. Okay, so here finance will come into picture where it will calculate, because here when they talk about the finance here, what do you mean you'll come into picture as a finance? What factor will come into picture here in the finance? Tell me.
Can you ask again?
Yeah. I'm asking you, when you talk about the purchase order, so when it comes to finance, so what will be the finance item will be there in that particular purchase order? Item means what is the
They will calculate the complete amount for the materials.
correct material, correct. Okay, that is the cost of the material.
Yeah.
Okay, so cost of the material come into picture there. Afterwards, okay, and when you talk about cost, okay, afterwards you will know this is cost of the material based on the quantity you multiply and give it to the vendor. Okay, another thing is you're going to maintain one more thing is your inventory. Correct, na?
Yes.
Inventory also you have to maintain. So this will come into picture when come talk about the goods receipt. Finance will come into picture and inventory come into picture. That is the MM again. Okay. When
Can you define what is inventory?
Inventory.
Can you define what is inventory?
Yeah, I'll let you know. Which company you're working now? Your company. What is the business company?
FICO India.
No. What is it to do? What they do?
It is a software company.
Oh, software company. Okay, fine. I'll tell
Technology
you.
company.
Let me not take. I'll tell you different thing. Like
Yeah.
we'll take one example of two-wheeler company. Correct?
Okay.
Huh? Okay. What happened when the two-wheeler company, so many ads will come. You go to the this one. What is that showroom? They show the entire thing. What is the product and everything? You place an order. Okay, na? How do they place how do they display the stock or this one? What is that? What is available with them? Unless until they have it with them, like it's stored in their particular warehouse. Okay, number of scooters. They'll not be able to tell you that this I can offer you to buy. Correct, na? So how do I make maintenance? I have to maintain each and everything. How many scooters I have it in my? I have a big godown. I'll have so many scooters. I need to know how many scooters I bought. Okay, how many scooters are available in my godown? Okay, and how many are sold? Correct, na? So out of that, how many are the good ones? How many are bad ones? Sometimes it may happen that some like tail light would have got damaged, or even brake would not. I mean, brake issue will be there. Okay, this and all that. So, like it is like I can put another thing inventory like a simple term. I bought 100 cycles or bikes. Okay, and what happened? It is in the kept in the warehouse. Okay, and I mean there I got on sales requirement. I sold 50 quantity, like 20. I can take 20. 20. I sold it. Sold to customer. Okay, so how much is left with me? 80. Correct?
80.
Okay, Okay, this is what I have called it as inventory. I want to keep how much stock it having. This is nothing but stock of the bike. Okay. And what happened? Another thing is, when I talk about, when I say inventory, not only that. So over a period of time, the stock will keep on increasing. Maybe now it is 100, maybe it will to 10,000, or maybe 1 lakh. So when it keep on growing, so you will not know which vehicle, which model, where it is available. Correct, na? In a big Gordon, how do you understand? I mean, I identify that one. For that, SAP gives me option where I can create a material. Each and every bike will have a material code. So whenever, say, for example, material code A I can put at B and C. So, I mean, SAP will give you what A is income, how much inward come, how much inwarded, and how much is outwarded, and how much is balance. In the balance also, it will tell you how much is damage, how much, I mean, damage, how much is repairable, and how much is scrapped. Right now, you suppose when bike, it is so many times you repaired and did not complaint, customer giving complaint to you. So what you do, you have to scrap it because again you cannot use it. So that one, this one. So it will give you entire thing as it is. Okay, it will tell you this is nothing but inventory. And I mean, over a period of time, what happened, like it is a government statutory, this one, that you have to give the inventory position of your company to the government, or even auditor, internal auditor comes and you have to show them what is the inventory you have it. Let it be cost wise or your quantity wise also, value wise or quantity wise. That time you have to do physical count of the inventory. Okay. You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is nothing but a inventory. Okay. And what happened? This one, you should, every company, what they do at the end of the financial year, like March 30th or 31st, they go for this particular inventory count, physical inventory, inventory count, audit. They call it stock audit. Stock audit, they take it and they match with the physical versus, I mean, SAP, I mean, like a system or your software. I mean, you can see that will show me like 1,000 pieces in SAP, rather you can put it SAP. But physically, there may be their bad luck. There will be 980 only. So that 20 pieces missing. So they have to, they are accountable for the 20 pieces. They should give explanation what happened to the 20 pieces. This is nothing but inventory. So when we go for this entire class, next class session, then slowly you will be learning what is inventory, on what to do, and how to do it, everything. Okay. Yeah. So some of the companies are a big company, they have a warehouse separately. And SAP has another thing called warehouse management. Okay. That is, I mean, extended warehouse management, which will tell you which bike, which like it is a full rack will be there. Which particular, it will tell you exactly where exactly that particular bike is available. The person going to pack and send it back to, I mean, send it to the customer. No, you should be able to identify that one without any, I mean, like a difficulty. You should go straight away, pick and come. SAP enables you up to that level. Okay. Yeah, this is what SAP is. Okay. So, I mean, this is about your, I mean, like rough or what is it, concise introduction about the MM. Okay. So next classes, so we will be learning more and more about this, and we'll learn about the project management. How do you do? What are the project? How do the project starts? What are the things you should do? Activities you will be doing the project. Okay. So when you start doing the configuration, so when you're going to complete the configuration, okay, what configuration you're going to do that? Okay, and what type of business scenario you're going to get it to do the configuration. So everything we'll learn next class. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So as of now, I mean, have any question or anything? Let me know. I can answer you.
Nothing, sir.
So you're clear about that? Whatever I explained. Good. Thanks. Okay. Vikas? Hello? Yeah. So I can conclude it now? Yeah, session is over. Yeah.
No, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.